Welcome to NDTV's rolling coverage of the big breaking story this morning after the Prime Minister in a dramatic announcement rolled back the 3 controversial farm laws. This comes just weeks before election dates likely to be announced, especially in crucial states like Punjab and Uttar Pradesh, where the farmers' protest had managed to garner considerable momentum, putting the BJP on the back foot. But the farmers still seem to be holding out on outright welcoming the laws. Let's go across to my colleagues. I have with me Meher Pandey, who's at Ghazipur, which is one of the protest sites in Delhi, on the outskirts of Delhi. And also first my colleague Mohammad Ghazali, who joins me from Mohali in Punjab. Ghazali, this is obviously being seen as very closely linked to the elections in Punjab. What are you hearing from, let's start with the farmers before we come to the political parties. Is there a sense now that they welcome this? Does this kind of open up possibilities for the BJP, which otherwise was a bit of a washout in these Punjab polls?
See, farmers I have spoken to, I am right now at the Tappa Toll Plaza here in Mohali district, and you can see this is the spot which has been blocked for the last 1 year. This highway, this toll plaza is located on the highway from Delhi to Chandigarh highway, and these are the temporary hutment sort of structure which had come up here. Now when I spoke to farmers here, they certainly welcome the decision of the Prime Minister to announce the revoking of laws on Guru Purab. It's an auspicious day for them, but they also regret that many of their farmer colleagues, their neighbors...
Ghazali, sorry, we're just cutting you off for just a second. Arvind Kejriwal is speaking. Let's listen.
इसकी ज़रूरत नहीं थी. इनकी जानें बचाई जा सकती थी अगर ये कानून पहले वापस ले लिए जाते. हमारे किसान भाइयों और बहनों को इतने महीने सड़क पर बैठकर ठंड में, बरसात में, धूप में तकलीफ उठाने की जरूरत नहीं होती. आज 700 से ज़्यादा किसानों की जान चली गई, 700 से ज़्यादा परिवार उजड़ गए. आखिर किस लिए? इन शहीदों को मेरा नमन है, इनके परिवार को भी मेरा कोटि कोटि प्रणाम है. मैं उनकी आत्मा की शांति के लिए वाहेगुरु जी से प्रार्थना करता हूं, उनके परिवार के सभी कष्ट दूर करें. पर आपकी कुर्बानियों को ये देश कभी नहीं भूलेगा. आज का दिन हमारे देश के बच्चों और नौजवानों के लिए एक सीख है कि अगर सही नीयत से शांतिपूर्ण तरीके से संघर्ष करो, फिर चाहे मंजिल कितनी भी कठिन और दूर क्यों ना हो, सफलता मिलती ही है. जय हिंद.
All right, so Arvind Kejriwal, their Chief Minister of Delhi. Remember, Aam Aadmi Party, also a key player in the Punjab elections, welcoming this, but saying at the same time, why was this not done earlier? Lots of farmers lost their lives. Let's just go back once again, sorry, to Mohammad Ghazali, my colleague. Ghazali, yes, go ahead. You were telling us about how farmers were responding to this announcement. All right, Ghazali, we'll just come back to you in a second. But Meher, we were talking earlier about how the farmers in the Ghazipur border were still wary. They were not outright celebrating the announcement this morning, even though it's actually a huge victory for them. Protested, dug their heels in over a year, and now the Prime Minister's had to roll the laws back.
Yes, Vasu. Now remember, this is actually a very unexpected move made very clear by the fact that the leader here, Mr. Rakesh Tikait, isn't actually present. He's in Mumbai right now. He has tweeted to say that the farmers will not stand down, but here at the Ghazipur border, which is actually led by him, they are waiting to hear from their leaders to know exactly where this is going to go. They do have further demands, including the guarantee of MSP. The laws themselves, of course, have not been fully repealed. They will go through the parliament.
Sorry, we've got Priyanka Gandhi speaking.
उन्होंने मुझे कहा उनकी एक 19 साल की बेटी है, एक 13 साल का बच्चा है. तो हमारी बातचीत हुई परिवार वालों से. उन्होंने कुछ ज्यादा कहा नहीं, चुपचाप बैठी थी. अंत में जब हम जाने वाले थे तो मेरे पास आए. उन्होंने कहा कि मुझे बहुत डर लग रहा है. मैं अपने पति के बिना इन दोनों बच्चों को कैसे संभालूंगी। अपनी बेटी के लिए डर है, हम यहाँ अकेले रह रहे हैं, डर है। किसी वजह से मेरा ध्यान उन पर गया, क्योंकि मैंने सोचा कि वो क्या सोच रहे होंगे कि जिस सरकार के मंत्री के बेटे ने उनके पति को कुचला, जो प्रधानमंत्री उसी दिन, शायद उसके अगले दिन लखनऊ आए, या शायद उसके 1-2 दिन पहले लखनऊ में थे। लखनऊ से उनका घर 15 मिनट में पहुंच सकते थे हेलीकॉप्टर में। वो क्या सोच रहे होंगे कि ये प्रधानमंत्री हमारे यहाँ नहीं आए, कुछ बोला नहीं, उन्होंने पूरी तरह से हथियारों का संरक्षण किया। आज भी उनके साथ मंच पर वो मंत्री खड़े हैं, वो आज माफी मांग रहे हैं जब 600-700 किसान शहीद हो चुके हैं। क्यों मांग रहे हैं? क्या ये देश समझ नहीं रहा है कि चुनाव आ रहे हैं? उनको लग रहा होगा परिस्थितियां ठीक नहीं है। विधानसभा के चुनाव जो हैं, उनका सर्वे आया है, उसमें उनको दिख रहा है कि परिस्थितियां ठीक नहीं है, तो अब चुनाव से पहले वो माफी मांगने आ गए हैं। तो देखिए, हमें समझना पड़ेगा, जो सरकार है उसके ही नेताओं ने किसानों को क्या क्या नहीं बोला। आंदोलनजीवी, गुंडे, आतंकवादी, देशद्रोही, ये सब किसने कहा? जब ये सब कह रहे थे तो क्या हुआ? प्रधानमंत्री जी चुप क्यों थे? बल्कि उन्होंने आंदोलनजीवी शब्द बोला। जब किसानों की हत्या हो रही थी, जब किसानों को मारा जा रहा था, जब लाठियां बरसाई जा रही थी, जब उनको गिरफ्तार किया जा रहा था, तो कौन कर रहा था? आपकी ही तो सरकार कर रही थी। आज आप आकर कह रहे हैं कि ये कानून आप रिपील करेंगे, तो हम कैसे भरोसा करें? हम आपकी नीयत पे कैसे भरोसा करें? सब स्पष्ट है, सामने है देश के। मुझे खुशी इस बात की है कि ये सरकार समझ गई है कि इस देश में किसान से बड़ा कोई नहीं है। इस देश में अगर एक सरकार किसान को कुचलने की कोशिश करती है और किसान खड़ा हो जाता है, तो उस सरकार को अंत में झुकना ही पड़ेगा। ये सरकार समझ गई है। इस बात पर मुझे खुशी है, और मैं कहना चाहती हूँ कि जो किसान शहीद हुए इस पूरे आंदोलन में, कई किसानों के परिवारों से मैं पिछले पूरे साल में मिल रही हूँ, मैं मिली हूँ, मैं उनका दुख समझती हूँ, और हम सबको सबसे पहले उन्हें श्रद्धांजलि देनी चाहिए। अगर सरकार सचमुच सीरियस है तो उनके लिए जो कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए, खासतौर से जो लखीमपुर खीरी में हुआ, उस पर जो कार्रवाई सही ढंग से होनी चाहिए वो करनी चाहिए। मंत्री का बर्खास्त करना चाहिए, और इस पूरे देश में जो किसानों की आवाज़ उठी है, हम सबको उनके साथ हमेशा के लिए खड़ा रहना चाहिए। किसान की बहुत समस्याएं हैं, आज हर तरफ से मजबूर है, हर तरफ से वो कर्ज में डूबा हुआ है। मैं ललितपुर गई, ललितपुर में भी आपने देखा कि खाद की लाइन में खड़े खड़े उनकी मृत्यु हो गई। कुछ किसानों ने आत्महत्या की। तो किसानों की जो समस्या है, जिसके लिए किसान आंदोलन कर रहे हैं, उसको ठीक तरह से समझना, उनकी समस्याओं को ठीक तरह से सुलझाने का कर्तव्य हम सबका है। मैं ये भी कहना चाहती हूँ कि मुझे खुशी है कि जितने भी विपक्ष के दल हैं, सब ने पूरी तरह से समर्थन किया इस आंदोलन का, और किसान डटे रहे। हमारे भाई बहन जो दिल्ली के बॉर्डर पे भी थे और तमाम प्रदेशों में, सब डटे रहे, और आज हम उन सबको धन्यवाद देना चाहते हैं। जैसे मैंने कहा, जो शहीद हुए हैं उनको श्रद्धांजलि देना।
और इसका श्रेय क्या है चुनाव में मिली हार की वजह से जो है?
एक मिनट में एक एक करके पूछूं।
प्रियंका जी, क्या चुनाव में मिली जो हार है उसको देखते हुए ये फैसला लिया गया है कि आने वाले भविष्य में ऐसी हार?
ये तो स्पष्ट है, ये बहुत स्पष्ट है। देखिए, जनता में बहुत विवेक है, जनता सब कुछ समझ रही है।
प्रियंका जी, several farmers have lost their land.
और इतना समय क्यों इंतजार किया? इतना समय क्यों इंतजार किया? आप आज तक तो आप कुछ नहीं बोले, एक बार आप बॉर्डर पे नहीं गए, एक बार किसानों से मिलने नहीं गए, एक बार बातचीत नहीं की, जहां हत्याएं हो रही हैं वहां भी नहीं गए आप, इतना पास आकर नहीं गए, तो आज अचानक क्या हो गया है? स्पष्ट है चुनाव आ रहा है।
प्रधानमंत्री जी ने माफी तो मांगा, लेकिन एक बार भी जो लोग 500-700 किसान शहीद हुए 1.5 साल के पूरे आंदोलन में, उनके लिए वो श्रद्धांजलि नहीं दी, उनकी बात नहीं आई, उनके फैमिली की बात नहीं आई।
वही मैं कह रही हूँ कि सबसे पहले तो उन्हें श्रद्धांजलि दीजिए ना, जो शहीद हुए हैं, उनके परिवारों पर आज भी क्या बीत रही है।
उन्होंने अपने पूरे भाषण में एक बात कही कि कृषि कानून किसानों की बेहतरी के लिए था, लेकिन कुछ किसान ऐसे थे जो उससे नाराज थे।
तो फिर भी अभी भी जब वो अपने एक तरह से जो उन्होंने गलत किया है उसको पहचान रहे हैं, इसीलिए वो आज भाषण दिया उन्होंने, लेकिन अभी भी ये एक फर्क बनाना चाहते हैं कि ये किसान जो आंदोलन कर रहे हैं ये अलग हैं और बाकी देश के किसान अलग हैं। ये बात बिल्कुल गलत है। पूरा देश का किसान एक है। आज देश में एक भी किसान नहीं है जो प्रताड़ित नहीं है, एक भी किसान नहीं है जिसकी बड़ी बड़ी समस्याएं नहीं है, जो कर्ज में नहीं डूब रहा है हो या किसी और वजह से दिक्कत उसको नहीं आ रही हो। आपने देखा है पेट्रोल और डीजल के दाम क्या हैं। डीजल के दाम से सबसे बड़ा प्रभाव किस पर होता है? खाद मिल नहीं रही है, खाद की लाइन में लोग गुजर रहे हैं।
Okay, Priyanka Gandhi there again welcoming the decision, but like many opposition parties criticizing the government for taking the step too late and also linking it to the coming elections. Let's just go back to our reporters. We have Akshay Dongre as well with us. Akshay, now are you also still, because it seems that the farmers are still not declaring this an outright victory. We have seen some pictures of laddus etc. being distributed in some of the protest sites. But why is it that the farmers still appear to be skeptical? Because as I said, I was asking Meher and Ghazali the same thing. This is a huge win.
Well, exactly, Vasu. This is a huge win, but the farmers are claiming, or rather they are stating that they had a lot of outstanding issues which were not heard by the central governments. And now that the central government has agreed to accept one of their key demands, that the 3 controversial farm laws should be repealed, now they want the same leverage to be used for making the centre accept other demands as well. We have all of these farmers from Haryana and Punjab. We'll try and speak to them and try to understand that how they are looking at the situation. Sir, सबसे पहले मैं जानना चाहता हूँ कहाँ के रहने वाले हैं?
हम जी कैथल जिला गांव प्योदा,
हरियाणा के रहने वाले।
हरियाणा के रहने।
अब 3 कृषि कानून वापस हो गए हैं, आज प्रधानमंत्री ने अनाउंसमेंट की। किस तरह से माहौल देख रहे हैं? कितनी खुशी, लड्डू वगैरह?
हमने यार खुशी बहुत हो रही है, मतलब फिर अभी लगा हम उठते नहीं है, अभी भी जमे रहेंगे। अलग तो 29 तारीख का टाइम दिया इसने, अभी तो बोलिया है, मतलब पक्का काम नहीं हुआ।
अच्छा, कृषि कानून वापस लेने की अगर गारंटी एक बार हो भी गई, एमएसपी की गारंटी की बात अभी तक नहीं की गई।
बाकी है, एमएसपी की गारंटी लेके जाएंगे। हमारे हरियाणा पंजाब वाली बात नहीं है, यूपी में भी, बिहार में भी, सभी जगह इतने एमएसपी की गारंटी नहीं, पूरी लिखित रूप में नहीं होती, नहीं मतलब पार्लियामेंट में इतने नहीं उठेंगे यहाँ से।
आप यही बैठे रहेंगे? बाबा जी, आप कितने टाइम से बैठे हुए या कहाँ के रहने?
हमारे को 1 साल पूरा हो गया। हम जिला फतेहगढ़ साहब शहीदानी धरती के रहने वाले हैं। हाँ, तो
आज प्रधानमंत्री ने कहा कि कृषि कानून जो थे वो वापस ले लेंगे। खुश है आप लोग?
हम बहुत खुश है, लड्डू खाते हैं, हाँ बांटते हैं।
तो क्या वापस जाएंगे अभी या फिर
नहीं जाते हैं? जितने पक्का लिखती काम नहीं होता अभी नहीं जाएंगे, गारंटी भी लेंगे।
संयुक्त मोर्चा के आदेश नहीं आते।
हाँ, संयुक्त मोर्चा इसको उठाने वाला कोई नहीं है। उठेंगे हम अपनी मर्जी से, 6 महीने में उठेंगे।
जब आपके सारे मुद्दे सॉल्व हो जाएंगे उसके बाद ही उठेंगे?
हाँ, उठेंगे।
So some things are very clear at this moment, that even though the centre has announced that they will, Prime Minister has announced repealing the 3 farm laws. There are other outstanding issues as well, and till the time the Sanयुkt Kisan Morcha doesn't ask these people to return back to their homes, they are going to stay here, put at these borders, demanding that the other things that they have been raising, the other demands that they have been raising should be met as well.
Okay. Well, at least there were some laddus that we saw, that we couldn't see elsewhere. Let me try and go back to Ghazali, if we still have Ghazali, because Ghazali, we couldn't fully complete our conversation. Now, I was trying to understand from you, Punjab obviously crucial at the center of all of this, the announcement coming today on the occasion of Guru Nanak Jayanti. What are the responses you're hearing from the farmers? Particularly, are they talking about the likely impact of this, the political impact of this in the elections?
See, I'll explain it that how they are receiving it. First of all, they are not taking it as an immediate victory, as you clearly mentioned. They say that until the notification to cancel these laws come up in the parliament, till it is formally announced, till then they are not going to leave any protest site, be it in Haryana or in Punjab. Those celebrations are on. If I could show you through visuals, a lot of farmers have started coming in here. I'm reporting from that Ambala Chandigarh Expressway toll plaza named Tappar. That is the entry to Chandigarh. Now, I am joined here by some of the farmers, and I'll specifically ask them, there is a very interesting factor which I wanted to highlight, that in Sikhism, we have got this entire phenomena of repentance, apology, forgiveness. So, do these farmers see today's announcement in those terms and will accept BJP in Punjab or Prime Minister's words on that note? सबसे पहले ये बताइए कि प्रधानमंत्री ने आज अनाउंस कर दिया गुरुपुरब के शुभ मौके पे कि कानून वापस होंगे. किस तरह से देखते हैं बीजेपी के इस घोषणा को, किस तरह से देखते हैं आप?
देखो, बीजेपी की तो बात नहीं है यहाँ, लेकिन प्रधानमंत्री का हम स्वागत करते हैं कि उन्होंने गुरु नानक देव जी के गुरुपुरब पर सारे संसार को ये बधाई का तोहफा दिया है. हम उनका धन्यवाद करते हैं. करतारपुर कॉरिडोर का जो रास्ता खोला है उसका भी धन्यवाद करते हैं. लेकिन हमारा ये 14 महीने से संघर्ष चल रहा है. इस पे हमारे किसानों की भी कम से कम 750-800 किसानों की हमारों की जो कुर्बानी हुई है, उस पे प्रधानमंत्री या बीजेपी के किसी भी लीडर ने कोई सहमति नहीं दी है, कोई उनको सहयोग नहीं दिया, कोई किसी तरह का भी कोई हा का नारा नहीं मारा है. हमारे इस बात का हमें दुख है.
ठीक है. So clearly you see one of the farm union leaders say that they still regret that the Prime Minister or none of the BJP leaders have expressed any sort of regret or sort of condolences for the farmers who have died in the last 1 year during this agitation.
All right, Ghazali, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Let me go across now to Raghav Chaddha. He's with us, senior leader of the Aam Aadmi Party, which, as I mentioned, is a player in Punjab. Now, Raghav, we saw what Arvind Kejriwal came out and said. He did welcome it. He did speak of the lives lost. But leaving aside the fact that this has turned out to be a significant victory for the farmers, we can't take our eyes away from the timing of it. A, do you see this as a clearly politically timed move? And B, do you acknowledge, Raghav, that this does give the BJP a lease of life in Punjab, and it sort of, is a bit of a deflating of the sails of parties like yourself? Yeah, Raghav, I think you're on mute. You've muted yourself. Sorry, Raghav.
I'm so sorry.
Yes, no problem.
Let me first, Vasu, at the outset, just congratulate every single farmer who's been relentlessly protesting for almost 1 full year. And they braved heat, they braved abuses, they braved cold, and they were, unrelenting in this struggle, in their sangharsh. And I bow down before the struggle of the Indian farmer. Now, as far as the politics of it is concerned, you have politicians who want to win elections to make laws. Now you have politicians who want to repeal laws to win elections. You can't take your eyes off the timing of such a decision. In fact, if the Prime Minister and the Bharatiya Janata Party thought that the farm laws are actually detrimental to the interest of the Indian farmer, they could have perhaps repealed it 6 months, 8 months, 9 months ago. Yeah. And that would have actually saved a lot of lives, and that could have saved a lot of, hardship that the Indian farmer had to undergo. But notwithstanding the politics of it, let me say this, that it's come at a time when certainly the Indian farmers and the entire farming fraternity, the Mazdoors, they wanted this relief. It is certainly desired, and I congratulate the farmers. I think the only fraternity that needs to be congratulated and rewarded. Can you hear me, Vasu? Am I audible? Yes. I'm saying the only fraternity that needs to be congratulated, rewarded, and needs a pat on their back is the Indian farmer. And what BJP has done is certainly out of compulsion. They're seeing their graph dipping in Western UP. They're seeing that BJP, as far as Punjab is concerned, is a non-player.
But that was my question. Have they now become a player in Punjab as a result of this? Captain Amrinder said if they do this, he'll tie up with them. BJP plus Captain Amrinder. I mean, that could be a force.
Look, as somebody who's been touring the state for my party, as somebody who's the co-in-charge of the Punjab affairs for the Aam Aadmi Party, let me tell you that people in villages in Punjab are not even letting BJP workers, forget leaders, enter their villages. They're not even permitting them to come into their houses. They're being beaten up. That's the anger.
But after the announcement, now after this, that may change.
Absolutely not. Of course not. Absolutely not. The anger and the hurt that the Indian farming fraternity and the people of Punjab have undergone can't be vanished. It just doesn't vanish in a day. And, this decision is a completely political decision taken by the BJP. If they were so concerned about the interest of the Indian farmer, they should have done it 9 months ago. And let me also tell you, the statutory guarantee for the minimum support price that the farmers have been asking for a very long time has not been granted yet. So that remains to be seen.
That still remains. But, all right. Yes. We'll see how that plays out.
In conclusion, let me say this. The farmers certainly will not forget that they were abused. They were called Khalistanis, they were called anti-nationals, and some of them were mowed down by ministerial convoys. This can never be forgotten.
All right, okay. Let me go across now straight away to panel. We have with us Priyanka Chaturvedi of the Shiv Sena, Rajya Sabha MP is with us. We have Adil Boparai of the Congress is with us. Alok Vats, BJP, and Kavita Kuruganti, who's been associated with these farmer protests, are with us. Alok Vats, let me start by asking you that the overwhelming view of the opposition is that this was done politically. You were pushed on the back foot, just as you had to push back on fuel taxes after the setback in the bypolls. Now you've done this because you're on the back foot in Punjab, but it's now trying to be sold and packaged as some kind of great sort of, sudden insight into the farmer's mind.
Well, Srinivas, the timing is such that yes, people will think that it is being done because of the elections. But the fact is that it is not being done due to the elections.
Then why was it done now? Why, if it's not elections, why was it announced now just with months left to elections?
I told you the timing is such that people will relate it with elections. But yes, Prime Minister had been thinking about this since long. And then he came to a decision that, okay, if we are not able to convince the farmers on these three issues, then let's take it back. And that's what has been done. And now regarding the MSP, certainly the Prime Minister will come out with some solution. Maybe in Mahova, he has already indicated that he is going to say something on this. So let's wait what he has to say on MSP. But yes, we will certainly tackle with the MSP, which is now one bone of contention, and try to resolve it.
So nothing to do, just weeks before elections, nothing to do with elections. But Priyanka Chaturvedi, I'll come back to in just a second. Let me just go to Adil Boparai. Adil Boparai, again, opposition, everyone can go on hair splitting why this, was it elections or not? But the same question I asked Raghav Chadha, regardless, doesn't this do significant damage control for the BJP in Punjab but also Uttar Pradesh?
Well, good afternoon, Srinivasanji. Firstly, this is a victory of the farmers' power over the BJP's arrogance. And finally, Narendra Modi had to bow down to the farmers' demands. Point number one. Point number 2, coming to your question, let me clarify. Our friends in Delhi overstate Captain Amrinder Singh and the BJP in Punjab. Both of them are nothing more than a cipher in Punjab. Let me tell you this, Captain Amrinder Singh's goodwill which existed previously has completely dissipated. As far as the BJP is concerned, the BJP is persona non grata. I do not say this merely as a Congress party spokesperson, but they are literally persona non grata. They do not even have people to put posters. Their leaders, the level of...
But after this, even after this, because now they can go all out saying we've rolled it back.
Then Srinivasanji, you have to understand the Punjabi side. You abuse us, you slander us, you call us Khalistanis, you call us terrorists. Do you think the farmers and the people of Punjab and Punjabiyat will forgive the BJP?
Okay.
This is the same Narendra Modi who maintained stoic silence.
Okay.
When his party people were calling up brethren terrorists.
I'll get Mr. Vats to respond to that, but I want to ask Kavita that, Kavita, it's interesting that while everyone is congratulating the farmers for a big victory, the farmers themselves are appearing mixed. There's some celebration, but there's a lot of caution, and they've not immediately wound up the protests. Why is that?
Well, there's no question of immediately winding up the protest. This is the first major victory for the farmers, and I would say a major victory for democracy itself in India. But there are a lot of pending issues. The issue about the MSP, the issue about the draft electricity amendment bill, and even on the Delhi air quality bill, for instance, the government had really not stuck to the promise that it made in one of the rounds of negotiations with the farmers.
Sure.
It brought in a penalty clause somewhat in a backdoor manner. So there are a lot of pending issues.
Sorry to jump in, but big picture, they've rolled back the. I mean, that's a huge thing.
It's a major first victory, and we do have the farmers of this country to congratulate on that aspect. It's a first major victory. There's a lot more pending.
Okay, but Alok Vats, on this point, and everyone's made this point that it's one thing to say we roll it back when can dissect the actual rationale, but what about all that criticism and abuse targeted at the farmers, saying that the people who are protesting are Khalistanis, anti-nationals, all of that? What happens to that, Alok Vats?
You see, Srinivas, certain bad elements had infiltrated into the Kisan movement, and that the whole nation saw. People with posters of Rawale, then of the Guru, and others posters were put up there, and this everybody saw. It's nothing that it was hidden. So maybe some bad elements had infiltrated.
So that's why
and on 26th January, what happened at the Lal Killa?
So you came under the influence of bad elements. You withdrew the law under the influence of bad elements. I mean, this makes no sense.
We didn't. So I'm just saying that as regard labeling as a Khalistanis or anti-national, these were the people who brought abuse to the whole show, and that is why they were labelled at sometimes because of these elements.
Well, it was
it would be unfair
It is still surprising that you're making this argument even today when the Prime Minister's made this announcement. But anyway, let me just go across more reactions coming in. We've got Sachin Pilot with us. Senior Congress leader from Rajasthan is on the phone line. Sachin Pilot, the Congress is saying that this is a welcome move, but it should have been done earlier. This is a move with a view to elections. Regardless of that, would you still concede that this has given the BJP a greater wind in their sails now as they go into elections, particularly in Punjab and UP?
Oh, Vasu, far from it. I think it's more than a year since people of India, farmers have been agitating. Scores have lost their lives. I think the BJP government certainly owes a profound apology. It's so late in the day to have come back and now accepted that the farm laws were anti-farmers. This is what the whole country was shouting for 1 year. I think the fact that you are now trying to see if the BJP will gain or lose, I think the damage is done to the country. how many people have lost their lives, have lost their livelihoods for a year. People were beaten, put in jail, cases were put against them. I think the government of India owes an apology to all those who have been, for 1 year, don't forget, through the winter, through the summer, sitting in dharnas across cities, across Delhi border, what all happened, the acrimony, the name calling, the abuses, all of that people will not forget. But now I think the country owes, the BJP owes the country an apology. And the fact that they repealed the laws is because they knew that the non-violent agitation of the farmers was something that they cannot deal with politically. And that's why they have to withdraw.
But you
so
don't...
that's the political cost they'll have to pay.
No, now, as we know in politics, an outright apology, will it happen? We don't know, seems unlikely. But it still gives them, you don't think it still gives them, regardless of everything that was said, that this will give them a much stronger footing when they go to the hustings, which I'm sure is, that's the whole idea, that now they will talk up the fact that they're, at every election platform, that they've withdrawn the laws.
They're not done a great favor to this country. They inflicted this anti-farmer laws on the nation without consultations. They have accepted that they were wrong. I don't see how it can go to their credit. The fact that credit should be given to the farmers of our country. Our democratic process is so vibrant that the non-violent agitation made a strong government which is so arrogant. You saw what happened in Lakhimpur. The ministers were driving jeeps over farmers. People don't forget that, Vasu. So I don't think I think you got the matrix wrong. You're looking at BJP benefiting from this. Far from it. I think politically they have a lot to answer for. So this is just a U-turn that they've taken because they were forced by the people of India and by the farmers and by the entire opposition. So I think it's a victory for democracy, it's victory for farmers, and victory for India. And it just clearly shows you, no matter how much political might you have to bow down and remain humble when people are against you, and that's what happened.
All right, Sachin Pilot, thanks very much indeed for joining us. I believe we also have reactions coming in from Rakesh Tiketh, who's a senior farm leader, of course. Let's see if we can go across to that now.
आगे उन्होंने अभी वापसी लिया है, वो पार्लियामेंट में जाए और पार्लियामेंट से जो लीगल प्रोसीजर उसका है वो हो ये है। और संयुक्त मोर्चे की आज हमारी मीटिंग है, उसमें पूर्ण रूप से सारी चीजें तय होंगी। एमएसपी पे गारंटी कानून, ये दो मसले भी हैं। और उसके बाद में एक कमेटी बनेगी जो हर मसलों पे भारत सरकार से बातचीत करती रहेगी। ये तो होगा नहीं कि हर मामले में हम आंदोलन करेंगे, 1 साल होगा और उसके बाद में होगा। तो एक कमेटी बन जाए, उसमें जितने भी सरकार के लोग रहेंगे, संयुक्त मोर्चे के लोग रहेंगे, हर मसलों पे बातचीत होती रहेगी।
सर, जब प्रधानमंत्री इस बात का ऐलान कर रहे थे तो उन्होंने एक तरीके से क्षमा भी मांगी। उन्होंने कहा कि कहीं ना कहीं वो विफल रहे हैं समझाने में। उनके इस वक्तव्य को आप कैसे देखते हैं और आपकी प्रतिक्रिया क्या है इस पर, आप बता रहे? हाँ।
हमें ना किसी को क्षमा मंगवानी, ना किसी को क्षमा देनी, ना मांगने का सवाल है। यहाँ तो भाई फाइनेंशियल मैटर है। बातचीत किसी से हुई नहीं और मन से ही घोषणा कर दी। बातचीत होनी चाहिए इस पे, उसका रूपरेखा क्या रहेगी, आगे से और मसले हैं उस पर बातचीत कैसे होगी। यहाँ कोई किसी की हार जीत का सवाल थोड़ा है, यहाँ तो मैटर ये है कि फसलों के रेट का सवाल है, किसान बर्बाद हो गया है पूरे देश का, उसका सवाल है। किसी को क्षमा मांगने से उससे थोड़ा कोई काम चलता है।
अब आपने बताया कि यहाँ से आपकी मीटिंग होगी तब चीजें सही होगी, लेकिन प्रधानमंत्री ने साथ में ये भी कहा है किसानों से जो लगातार पिछले 1 साल से भी ज्यादा समय हो गया है जो प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे थे कि आप वापस जाएं, अपने घरों को लौटे, अपने खेतों को लौटे। उनके
अरे ये बैठ के बातचीत होगी, इसकी कार्यशैली कैसे इसकी बढ़नी है वो होगा। किसानों के ऊपर मुकदमे हैं वे होंगे, कोई एक चीज थोड़ा है, इसमें तो 10 चीजें हैं। एमएसपी गारंटी कानून है, सीड बिल है, पोल्यूशन वाले मामले हैं, ये सारी चीजें होगी। अजय टैनी वाली गिरफ्तारी है, तो ये सारे मामले हैं, तो सब पे बातचीत होगी। बगैर बातचीत के कैसे होगा?
क्या किया जाना चाहिए बातचीत के लिए?
बातचीत के लिए एक कमेटी बने, वो बैठ के जैसे सरकार ने पहले बातचीत करी उसी तरह से बातचीत का एक माहौल बनावे सरकार। और जो और मसले हैं उस पर भी तो बात होगी ना। खाली 3 कानून नहीं रहे, अब 1 साल से या मुकदमे बहुत लग गए पूरे देश में। मुकदमों कौन वापसी लेगा? या हम कोर्ट कचहरी के उसके चक्कर काटते फिरेंगे, फिर एक आंदोलन करेंगे। जो भी मामला होगा, हम जैसे आए थे वैसे ही हम वापसी जाना चाहते हैं। कोई हम मुकदमा लेकर नहीं जाएंगे, ये एक समझौते में है।
तो फिर इसका मतलब ये माना जाए कि आंदोलन जो है वो फिलहाल कंटिन्यू रहेगा, जारी रहेगा?
बिल्कुल कंटिन्यू रहेगा। कैसे चले जाएगा किसान बगैर बात के? आपने घोषणा कर दी, किसान चला गया, ऐसे कैसे चला जाएगा? उसका बातचीत होगी। अगर सरकारों को ये है कि मामला निपटाना, तो बात तो करोगे ना। ऐसे कैसे चले जाएगा किसान कि उन्होंने कह दिया हम अपना चले गए? ये किसान जब तक समाधान इनका नहीं होगा, ये लीगल गारंटी कानून नहीं मिलेगा हमको, कागज नहीं इसके मिलेंगे, ये पार्लियामेंट में जाएगा। आप रखो पार्लियामेंट, इसको खत्म करवाओ 2 दिन में, आगे एक बातचीत करो, एमएसपी पे गारंटी कानून दो। वो एक बड़ा सवाल है, पूरे देश का मसला है।
बातचीत में कौन कौन होना चाहिए? आपने कमेटी सजेस्ट की है?
कोई भी, हमारी तो संयुक्त मोर्चा अपने आप तय कर लेगा। भारत सरकार जिसको भी कमेटी बनाएगी उससे बात करेंगे।